heading into where we're actually at, though. So Bitcoin, yeah, having a pullback right now. We're at about 91.6K. ETH pulling back as well at about 3,300. Although ETH is ever so slightly starting to close the gap, maybe against Bitcoin, which is nice to finally see. And we've also seen like the altcoin index start to rise and stuff like that. You are starting to see some of these little indicators that the bull market with altcoins, Ethereum, things like that are about to take off. But over the last week, I mean, since we've been here last, we had Axis Alive on, of course, last week, but like major pumpage, Bitcoin almost this close to hitting 100K, 90, went over 99 anyway. Virtually has hit 100K. I mean, if you're talking about the number psychologically, but yeah, ETH perking up again, just a bit anyway. So yeah, what do you make of this? I mean, it seems like, hey, we should be due for a pullback here with how hard it has run over the last 3 weeks, really, since the election. But again, so many new participants are coming into this market. People are asking about crypto again, with Bitcoin nearly hitting 100K, the election, all these things. And now it's like, what gives? What's up with this pullback? I thought it was up only now. So what do you make of this pullback here and of otherwise very bullish November?
Yeah, I mean, it's been bullish so far, obviously, since the 5th, which was election day. Again, I'll mention it like we've said many times. This pullback is healthy because when you start going green candles only, pretty much, it really tends to come down even harder just because it's not sustainable. There's no bases that are made. We've never been in this territory before. So honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea, even if it came the whole way back down to 75,000. Now, I don't think it will. But it could, because there's a whole big gap right in, between, I would say, 91,000 and 75,000 that needs to get a little bit of chop around. And I think that would be healthy. Do I think it'll happen? Well, I'm not sure with as bullish as it's been. Plus, you've got the holiday coming up where most of the crypto people will go spend some time with their families, knowing that they're the crypto person. They start talking. It just kind of creates a chain reaction, so to speak, where a lot of people may throw a flyer and buy some crypto after the holiday. And that's, usually what happens. And then, Christmas time, it tends to pull back a little the same way. So, yeah, I mean, I think what we're seeing is normal. The ETH ratio, which I had just pulled up here, was on a nice little ripper here. It went 0.032 all the way up to 0.037, just within a week or so, from the 24th to from the 21st to the 26th. So 5 days. And it's pulled back now. Again, we're back to 0.035. But again, I think this is probably where we start to see this kind of creep in. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum, catch a little ground here on Bitcoin. It could chop around a little bit, and Ethereum could kind of get bullish. So that's what I'm anticipating on my end. So yeah, I mean, everything looks good. It's looking healthy. It's a healthy pullback, and again, I think we're going to see Ethereum make up a little ground. I would like to see it get back to 0.04 within a week or two anyway. So hopefully we can plan on that.
And that's really about the number that ETH was at in relation to Bitcoin right before that huge day. I remember it was like August 4th on a Sunday, when basically all economics throughout the world just took this gigantic dump. And since then, we haven't seen ETH get anywhere near back that ratio again. So, yeah, it is starting to perk up again. We're starting to see the others BTC charts start to come up. There's other like small cap US stock charts that are starting to go up. There's like little indicators happening now, in addition to the narratives that we've seen, obviously, of Trump winning and all these different things. Some bald man that is no longer going to be within the SEC here. So there's been so much damn news over the last week that I'm forgetting this stuff. Like Gensler's gone in 60 days, not even. So we'll get to that obviously as well. So many things that you can see. We are getting into a risk on market again, even though, yes, like inflation is still a big deal in the United States. We have a lot of shit like that going on, but people are going to want to start putting their money into these speculative markets again, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on that?
No, I mean, again, I think the conversations had at Thanksgiving will trigger another little movement here, whether it's Ethereum or Bitcoin or maybe a little bit of both. Or I don't think it's quite alt season yet. You know, we're seeing gains. We'll see small gains. The people like us that are in these ecosystems will talk to family about it. But, you know, the overall general aspect of crypto is still going to see Bitcoin and Ethereum run for a little bit before we get our hardcore pump time. So,
Yeah.